Justice Diana Hagen resigned effective immediately, and some groups blame the Utah State Legislature for forcing her out the door.
Made it more difficult for cases like ours before the court to prevail. So they're basically leaving no stone unturned to try and tilt the scales in their favor.
Dr. Brian Mensch is a plaintiff in a lawsuit over the state's actions to save the Great Salt Lake. It'll ultimately end up before the Utah Supreme Court, and he's not happy with the sudden resignation of Justice Diana Hagen.
What was the need for this? Why the relentless campaign to get rid of her?
He says he didn't have any concerns about Justice Hagen, but Republican leaders on Utah's Capitol Hill did. They called for an investigation over insinuations of an inappropriate relationship with lawyers in the independent redistricting case. Justice Hagen says when she renewed old friendships with people who happened to be working on the case, she recused herself. The Judicial Conduct Commission investigated and didn't pursue anything.
These kinds of manipulations of the system do make it harder for citizen groups like ours to really represent the public in the way that they should be.
In her resignation letter, Justice Hagen insists she's faithfully upheld her oath to the Constitution and the ethical obligations that govern her profession. She writes, for 26 years, she's been in public service and knows it requires sacrifice. I also understand public officials are rightly held to a higher standard and must accept a greater degree of public scrutiny and diminished privacy. But my family and friends did not choose public life. They do not deserve to have intensely personal details surrounding the painful dissolution of my 30-year marriage subjected to public scrutiny. With her resignation, the House Speaker and Senate President tell Fox 13 News they'll drop their demand for an investigation, but lawmakers have signaled they'll pursue more ways to hold judges accountable.
The legislature got what they wanted. They harassed a judge, a sitting judge.
Tennille Brown heads a group called Co-Equal Utah that seeks to educate the public on an independent judiciary.
We all benefit when we have an independent judiciary. It's not just like highfalutin cases around like appeals with the Constitution. It's your divorce, it's your eviction, it's your business contract. If you have just a political rubber stamp who's doing whatever the political powerful elite want them to do, then now you have three branches of government that are all politicized.
Co-Equal says if people are upset about what they've seen happen here, they should be considering who they vote for in November, supporting candidates who they say support the rule of law and condemn the harassment of judges. At the Matheson Courthouse, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.